Man, I swear, DB3, Keyshawn Davis and his brothers are all over social media right now, but not for the right reasons. As we all know, Keyshawn Davis took a shit on his event in their own city with their own people and their brothers involved as well. And Keyshawn Davis is actually the leading star of DB3, and he's the one that started everything. He was supposed to be the main event of the show, but they canceled the show because he could not make weight. And to tell you the truth, I did not even think he even tried to make weight because he looked normal, and Edwin de los Santos looked like he was the only one trying to make weight. Edwin de los Santos looked similar to Devin Haney when he tries to make weight. I know this is not a Devin Haney video, but I gotta mention Devin Haney because this is the Devin Haney era after all. But yes, I believe Keyshawn Davis, that kid missed weight on purpose. He had a lot of advantages already. So it was a 135-pound fighter versus a 140-pound fighter. That is two different weight classes because Edwin de los Santos came in at 134 pounds and change, and Keyshawn Davis came in at 139 pounds and change. That's what you gotta do to make weight. Hardly anybody is ever on the dot. I think just Devin Haney is on the dot. I'm just going hard on Devin Haney because I know he won't do shit. I swear to God, if Devin Haney fights the same way he did against Jose Ramirez and he throws exactly the same amount of punches, I can go 12 rounds with Devin Haney. I'm a very fit person. I already run 3 miles. What's 2 more? Let's go, Devin. Just kidding, champ. I would never fight you, man. You seem cool as fuck. I'm just going harder than you because everybody goes hard on you and you don't say shit. You're like The Rock. Bring it, jabroni. My bad. I keep digressing on my videos lately. How did Keyshawn Davis and DB3 turn into a Devin Haney special? I swear to God, seeing Devin Haney's performance makes me think why I even stopped boxing. But yes, Keyshawn Davis does not make weight, and it seems that he was not even apologetic about missing the weight. And in prior interviews, he stated that he was not even trying to pay the taxes for the belt. So Keyshawn Davis already knew he was going to move up to 140, or he already knew that he could not make the weight. So because of this, he offered Edwin de los Santos 50% more than his purse was worth. So he was already going to get paid $500,000, and then he was offered $250,000 more to take the fight as is, and he was gonna take the fight only with a 10-pound rehydration clause, so Keyshawn Davis could not move up more than 150 pounds. But then Edwin de los Santos team decided not to take the fight because of safety reasons. For example, the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight. Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds overweight, and Ryan Garcia did not even train well. He actually was drinking a Blue Moon and when he was weighing himself. So Ryan Garcia was not training hard, so it was just those 3 pounds of weight that beat up Devin Haney like that. And Keyshawn Davis came in 5 pounds more than Edwin de los Santos, and everybody already calls Keyshawn Davis a weight bully. He looked way bigger than Edwin de los Santos. I just do not understand why Keyshawn Davis needed to miss weight to beat Edwin. He's already bigger than Edwin. He's in his hometown and has home court advantage, so the judges are going to run with the Keyshawn brothers. Even if it's a close fight, they're going to give it to Keyshawn Davis. I know Keyshawn did it for many reasons, but here are the 2 major ones. He wanted to outshine Shakur Stevenson and either stop or knock out Edwin de los Santos. And also, I know that he knows that Edwin de los Santos is a very dangerous fighter with dynamite in both punches. And I'm not saying Edwin de los Santos is underrated, but he is not that known. But the people that do know Edwin de los Santos do rate him as a pretty solid fighter. Anybody that fights Edwin de los Santos does have to wake up for him. Not even Shakur Stevenson could beat up Edwin de los Santos, even though that fight was very boring and they broke the records for the least punches thrown. Hey, I'll fight Shakur Stevenson in that fight too. Nah, just kidding, not Shakur, because I know that will probably do something, but not Devin Haney. I know he won't do shit. So yes, that was Keyshawn Davis' first L. The second L was because one of his brothers lost as well. I believe it was Kelvin Davis against Albright, and it was actually Keyshawn Davis and Keon Davis that jumped Albright in the backstage, and it was actually Kelvin that tried to stop the fight. And I'm not even gonna lie, I already made a video about this shit, but I did not release it because I really went hard on them, and I was just waiting to see how every single other content creator, how hard they went on them. And the only one that came close to me the way I thought was Boxing Eagle. I'm never gonna release the video that I just made, but if you want to see what I said, it was similar to what Boxing Eagle said, but he cleaned it up a lot. I was talking shit because I do not condone actually jumping somebody, because that is the reason that I stopped boxing. I got jumped and I got beat up by like 20 guys. Thank God that fight was not like that. When I got jumped, that shit was scary, man. I could have lost my life, I believe. If that did not kill me, believe me, I could fight Devin Haney in a street fight and I'll be fine. Jumping somebody is some fuckboy shit. And there's more L's than the Keyshawn brothers took. Well, Keyshawn Davis was the start of the show, and around 2,000 people wanted their money back. And these are citizens. At least the Shakur Stevenson fight, they did not want the money back because they went to go see Shakur Stevenson. And even though Shakur Stevenson performed terribly, he still performed. He went out there and put out a stinker, but he put out a show. So they went to at least go see Shakur Stevenson move around the ring. They did not even see you move around the ring. Everybody saw you eating popcorn all calmly, and the mayor gave you the keys to the city, and you just took that and took a shit in the middle of the city, in the middle of the street. You just pull up your pants. You did not even wipe. You just started walking, eating your popcorn. And I know your nickname is the businessman, and you are technically still the businessman. You're just not a very good one. You're a terrible businessman. But just because you're a terrible businessman, that does not stop you from being a businessman. You actually lost money in your last business, because now you did not even fight Edwin de los Santos and 2,000 people wanted their money back. I see all the empty seats, so a lot of people left because as Top Rank did show that part. And to add insult to injury, when you guys jumped Albright, your kid was in the same building and you actually went to pick up your kid. Why would you start some shit when your kid is around? To me, that is very ghetto and very scandalous. To me, this guy doesn't have any boundaries and anything goes with this guy. I'm starting to believe that he did slap Teofimo Lopez Sr., and only a scandalous person will hit an older person when they themselves are a walking, breathing weapon. And not just that, you brag about that. You be like, I knocked out your dad. You ain't gonna do anything about it? That just shows your character and how they raise you, man. I remember some content creators were even saying that you were gonna become the face of boxing. First, you gotta box to become the face of boxing. You're not even the face of boxing of Norfolk, Virginia. 2,000 people walked out of your event. You're costing me money, CJ. But that's all, folks. Remember this, I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you wanna hop on your boy, throw $1 at the super thanks. I gotta roll. Peace.
I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!